Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we talked about what Kubernetes is and why it is used. In this video, we will focus on the basic Kubernetes terminology. The goal here is not to go deep into implementation details, but to clearly understand the main building blocks of Kubernetes, such as the cluster, control plane, nodes, pods, and containers. Once these concepts are clear, everything else in Kubernetes becomes much easier to understand. Let's start with the biggest concept in Kubernetes, the cluster. A Kubernetes cluster is the entire environment that Kubernetes works with. When people say, I have a Kubernetes cluster, they are referring to this complete setup. A Kubernetes cluster has two main parts, the control plane and the worker nodes. Let's first understand the control plane and then we will look at worker nodes. The control plane acts like a controller. It makes decisions about what should run, where it should run, and keeps track of what is currently running. It does not run applications or containers. Those always run on worker nodes. Think of the control plane as the brain and the worker nodes as the place where work happens. Now, let's look at worker nodes. Worker nodes are the machines where your applications actually run. A worker node can be a virtual machine or a physical server. When the control plane decides to run something, it runs on a worker node. Worker nodes do not make decisions. They simply run what the control plane tells them to run. The control plane decides what should happen and worker nodes make it actually happen. Now let's talk about pods. Kubernetes does not run containers directly. Instead, Kubernetes runs pods. A pod is the smallest unit that Kubernetes schedules and manages. If we look at this diagram, we can see the basic structure. A worker node runs a pod, and inside the pod is a container which runs your application. In most cases, a pod runs a single container, which makes it easy to understand. Let's check one more diagram. In this diagram, we are still looking at a single worker node. But now it's running multiple pods. This shows that a worker node can run many pods at the same time depending on available resources. Each pod contains one or more containers. Some pods run a single container while others run multiple containers. Even though the number of containers can vary, the rule stays the same. Containers always live inside a pod and pods always run on a worker node. Kubernetes manages pods and pods manage containers. Let's quickly recap what we have learned. A Kubernetes cluster is the complete system. Inside the cluster, we have the control plane and worker nodes. The control plane makes decisions and keeps track of what is running, but it does not run applications. Worker nodes are where applications actually run. On worker nodes, Kubernetes runs pods, and each pod contains one or more containers. So, the hierarchy is simple and important to remember. The control plane decides, worker nodes run pods, and containers run inside pods. Let's take a quick look at the official Kubernetes documentation. In older Kubernetes content, you may see the term master. Today, this is referred to as the control plane. This diagram shows the overall structure of a Kubernetes cluster. At a high level, a Kubernetes cluster consists of a control plane and one or more worker nodes. The control plane contains components that make decisions and keep track of the cluster state. Worker nodes contain components that run pods and containers. As the documentation says, a Kubernetes cluster consists of a control plane and one or more worker nodes. That's exactly what we have been discussing in this video. You may notice several other components shown here, like the API server and controllers and schedulers. We will talk about those step by step in upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.